Howdy gamers! Christina here.
And Tiana here.
And this is your PiMP Daily Dose for the 21st of March. Today we look at new over-the-top game about religion.
EverQuest turns 13.
And BioShock Infinite gets a little bit scarier. El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron was a fairly crazy game that went in depth about religion and symbolism. It quickly received cult status in the East, and the West followed shortly thereafter. It is with a little surprise that a new El Shaddai game has been hinted at. The El Shaddai website has mentioned the reveal of the new El Shaddai and will likely be some form of sequel. If it's anything as mind-numbing as the first one, well, expect a lot of confused gamers.
The original fantasy MMO behemoth EverQuest turned 13 earlier this week. As part of the birthday celebrations, Sony Online Entertainment have announced that it will be going free to play. A strange move considering that EverQuest 2, its sequel, has already been free to play for some time now. But if you want to see how MMOs have changed from their birth and success, you should certainly take a look.
The latest BioShock Infinite trailer takes an in-depth look at one of the enemies in the game, the Handyman. They're terrifyingly awesome, so take a look.
So the handyman or the handymen, there's a bunch of them in the world, are they're sort of a tragic figure, and I don't want to go into a ton of detail about sort of how these guys got put in these metal bodies, but there's a certain sadness to who they are and how they got there, but I'd rather the gamers find that out in the course of the game.
The term handyman comes from his giant porcelain hands that we created, and if you look at toys of that era, they do a lot of work on trying to make the porcelain dolls feel realistic with the way that they paint the hands and the faces, but they're not quite there. It's almost like the original incarnation of Uncanny Valley.
And we went back and forth at a lot of different designs. One with like exposed organs, but it was just too on-the-nose video game, with clothes, without clothes, with this head, with that head, until the one that we finally settled on, which is, the exposed heart and the torn clothes and, the bald sort of cut-up face.
And they have a range of abilities. They can leap these great distances in the game, and you'll sometimes see them coming in from the sky and landing from a great height, and then they'll be bouncing around in this space. They're quite agile for their size and quite powerful. I think their coolest ability, though, is they can pick up AIs, like friends or foes, and they can toss them at people. And so I think that everybody around them finds them quite terrifying, including sometimes your enemies, because they just become tools of the handyman to get at Booker.
And that was your PiMP Daily Dose for the 21st of March.
Tune in tomorrow for a special edition of the Daily Dose in which we look at some games that will have you snap at your controller in frustration.
Bye for now.